Alright guys, today we have a 2009 Honda Accord. We're going to be replacing the upper control arm, which is right up there. This is the driver's side. And we're going to remove this tire. We're going to take off a lot of stuff. And let me show you the control arm we're looking at. This is the control arm. The part number on this is right here, if you can see, 520373. And this is made by a doorman. And it's gonna come with a bolt, but you do need to remove the two bolts that are here. To get to these two bolts, you have to drop the strut down. So let's get to this. And first, let's remove the tire. Alright guys, before we remove the tire, let me show you why we changing this. This ball joint on the control arm is bad, and it comes with a new control arm, so you cannot change it separately. So let's look at it. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push this tire. You're gonna see that thing move, right? You see that? It's moving. And it's hard for me to hold the camera, but as you can see, it has a play in it, right? That control arm has a play in it. So let's do this. Let's take off the tire first. This is number 19 here. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna remove these 5 lug nuts. And you're gonna be able to take this tire off. Alright. Once you have the tire off, you'll have a better view. Let's take a look at one more time at this control arm. Let me get a pry bar. If you take a pry bar, you're gonna see a play in this joint. You see that? Look at that. Look at how much play that ball joint has. This control arm is no good, alright? And what we're gonna do next is we're gonna remove the 17 here, and after that we're gonna remove a couple of bolts on the side. And let me get my tools and we'll come right back. Alright guys, to start off, what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the number 10 here. This is for safety. A lot of times when this spindle moves out of the way, this cable gets stretched, ABS cable, and we don't want that. So we're gonna just release this. Alright, and I'll remove this bolt here also. Alright, so I took that off right there. And this is gonna give a lot of free play to this. And usually you need to take off number 14 right here, but this car has a problem. Somebody welded it over here, and so we're not gonna be able to take that out. What we'll do is we'll take off the number 17 bolt below this. All right, we'll take that off. Before that, let's come across this side. I also want to take off the cable bolt right there. That's number 12. The reason why we want to take this out is because we don't want to stretch this cable either. So we take number 12 and use the extension if you need to, so you don't damage that cable. And there's the number 12 that I took out. So that's done, buddy. What we're gonna do next is we're gonna go down below. We're gonna take off the number 17 as I was pointing down there. And let's take the camera and let me get the tools ready also. Alright guys, so we're right down here below the shock, the strut, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to be removing this 17 right here. What you're going to need is number 17 socket, and also you're going to need a wrench to hold the back end. So on the opposite of this, we'll hold it with this and we'll remove that. Alright, just like that. Once you have this bolt removed, just put it somewhere safe. And what we'll do next is I'll get a small hammer. We're gonna softly tap this. Alright, this bolt you should be able to remove. Let me take the camera on the opposite side so we can see better which bolt we're removing. So if you can look at down here, right here, this is the bolt that's coming out, right? lot of times you could take a flathead screwdriver from the opposite end, just punch it through with the hammer. So I'll do that gently. All right, I'm gonna just tap this side. There you go. The bolt went flying, no problem, right? So we have that. Now we're gonna come back up. All right, guys, we're back, and I'm gonna be removing that bolt next, which is number 19. I'm sorry, 17. Usually this has a cotter pin, but somebody must have replaced this arm before, and they didn't put the cotter pin in. We'll put a cotter pin in this time, all right? This needs a cotter pin. If it has this type of bolt on the new control arm, we'll put a cotter pin right through. All right, so what we're gonna do next is, I'm gonna get another hammer because the hammer I have is small. We're gonna tap this, all right? We're gonna tap this, and this is gonna be released. All right, guys, I got my hammer. I'm gonna hit this with the hammer, and you can always use a fork there, but a hammer works good for me. There you go. 1 punch, 2 punch, and it comes right out. All right. So there's the ball joint. It's pretty much gone. You see that? All right. Now we got 2 bolts, which are all the way inside, which we're not gonna get to that easy. They're all the way in there. They go through this right here, but we need to remove that shirt. So we're gonna bring this car down, and we're gonna let that shirt drop a little bit, and we'll take off those bolts. Let's bring this car down. All right, guys, I got the car down. This is where we're working at. This is the wheel well right here. All right, and right up over here where the shirt tower sits at, where the shirt sits at the tower, you got 14, 14, 14, 12, 12, 12. 2, 4, 6 bolts. All right, do not take out that middle bolt right there. You do not want to touch that bolt. So we're gonna take out all the bolts around there, right? And let me get my tools, and we're gonna remove those together. All right, guys, I got my tools. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the 12s first, just like that one. Put it to the side, and that's another one. All right, those are the 12s. I'm gonna put my socket away, and I'm gonna get the number 14 socket. What I'm gonna do is, all right, let me get my impact gun. It'd be better because this is not that strong. All right, guys, I got my impact gun. Let me just try to fix this light better. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna take off this bolt first, and then I'm gonna put this bolt back, a few threads, all right? What that's gonna do is gonna hold it for me, all right? Now I can, without any worries, remove the other 2. Alright, so the shirt fell down already, but that one bolt that I need to take off is holding it for me, this one right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my hand from down here. I'll lift up the shirt a little bit, and then I'll remove it. Our shirt is not gonna fall all the way down. The reason is because the little piece under the shock, we did not take that off, the little fork looking piece, because the bolt on the top is damaged. So we're just gonna drop the shirt a little bit down. All right, so let's bring the car up, and we'll go down there next. All right, guys, we got the car up in the air. What we'll do is, I'm gonna try to make this shirt go down a little bit more. The reason is, it's blocking the view of those 2 bolts right there. You see that? Let me get my light, and we can see better that way. All right, hopefully we can see right there. You see that? Number 14 right there. That's the one we're gonna take out. I'm gonna go get my wrench, and we're gonna remove one, and then move the shirt this way. We're gonna remove the other one, and to put back, we'll do the same thing. All right, I got my long number 14. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna remove this bolt completely. The real reason why we had to move that shirt was because there's no room, you know, for this bolt. This is a long bolt. If you have other model Hondas like 2004, 5, 6, 7, they're all the same thing, all right? all of these Hondas with the short power like that, it has a bolt right in back of this. Alright, so let's just manage it somehow, some way. There's the bolt. We're gonna reuse that bolt. Alright. Now I'm gonna go on the opposite side. You might not be able to see it, but I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. I'm gonna put my wrench on. And now this control arm is gonna drop because it's gonna be loose now, right? You see that? Fell down. When we put this back together, we're gonna hold it at 90 degrees, just like that. Right? Let me move on my camera. Alright, we're gonna, you cannot tighten it here, you cannot tighten it there. You gotta hold it at 90 degrees, alright? Alright, let's get this bolt out. Bear with me, guys. If you have questions, you can ask me. And I need you to subscribe my channel. If you have any other problems with the car, you can ask me. Any other repair, doesn't have to be this particular repair, you know, it could be anything else. If you have check engine light on, you can send me the codes, year, make and model. I'll get back to you and I'll give you an idea what you're looking at, what needs to be done, where you need to start. Alright, that bolt is not loose by hand yet. I'm gonna just keep going with the wrench. Take a little bit, but that's no problem. We're gonna take our time. We're not in a rush, you know, do the job properly. Let's see if it's loose enough for me to take off by hand. Alright, still not good. It's because the weight is on it, you know. Only if this strut was able to come out, that would have made the job a lot easier. So let me just keep going with the wrench. Let's try this time. Alright, I'm able to get it now. Just gotta wiggle it around a little bit. Just because that one bolt, this job became a little harder. Alright, I got the arm out. Here's the arm. Alright, it's a control arm, and there's the bolt that I took out. This is the bolt goes from here. The other one I took out came off here. And see that? That's the problem, alright? Alright, we got the new control arm here. You always want to match it. You know, just look at it. You see the angle of the new and the old. Just match it. So this is pretty much the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this control arm in. I'm going to put one bolt in. And I'm not going to tighten that bolt, but I'm going to try to get it as much as possible in there. Alright, so it's not going to be easy for me now, because now I got to line the hole. Alright, I'm going to get that in there, and then I will come right back, because I got to line it and hold the shock and everything. I need all the space possible, so I got to put the camera away. Alright guys, I'm back. I got the bolt in there, and I made sure I catch a couple of threads in there, because you do not want to tighten anything unless you're sure that you caught the threads. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna tighten this bolt all the way yet, because I still gotta get this side in. That one bolt that's damaged down there made this job a little complicated, but what can we do, you know? To fix that bolt is gonna be more than the control arm, and the parts needs to be ordered from the dealer. That's the bolt I'm talking about right down here, that the number 14 that connects back here. So you guys know why I'm struggling here a little bit. The bolt back here that connects these two pieces together, the number 14 back here, it doesn't have that. The head is all stripped, and I'm not able to grab it with anything. All right, so let me continue here. This gives me more room over here. I'll do it from right here. Let me just face my camera that way. Alright guys, I got this control arm bolt almost snug, but I'm not gonna tighten it because I need that free play for the opposite side. All right, so let's see if we can do this together, this side. All right, so here we are. This has to stay up there while I get the bolt to go through the hole. Shouldn't be that hard, just a little bit of play around with it. You see I got the bolt in there. And now I'm gonna try to catch a couple of threads. If I tighten this thing, see how it came out? It wasn't caught yet. So if I had tried to tighten it, it would have damaged the threads. So there you go, I got it in there. All right guys, so let me try to get this as much as I can before we hold it at 90 degrees and tighten that. All right. Alright, so I'm gonna tighten this. I got this thing in 90 degrees. Once you yank it a little bit, you no longer need to hold it because it's holding itself now. But if it moves with it, just try to hold it. Let me position my light a little bit better. I made it worse than before. Let me go grab my light. Alright guys, I'm gonna continue this job. Make sure these two bolts are nice and tight. I had one car where the bolt was loose and it was making noise every time you hit a pothole. Alright, so I got this shit. And the control arm is nice and tight. Alright guys, we got the control arm in. We'll take off this little piece from the ball joint here. And we'll remove that bolt, take off that plastic from right there. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring the car down and we're gonna put the strut into the tower. Guys, what I did was I grabbed my strut from the bottom and I lifted the strut and I put one bolt in. So what I'm gonna do next is, what I'll do is I'm gonna tighten this one. It's gonna bring up the rest of the bolts. See that? And then I'm gonna take my number 14 nut that goes here and the other one back here. I'm gonna need a socket with extension to reach in there. Just make sure you don't damage the threads, you know. And that's it. Once I have that, I can take the number 12s. All these number 12s. I'm gonna go get my impact gun. I'm gonna tighten the 14s first, and then I'll tighten the number 12s after. Don't overdo it, because if you snap that bolt there, you're gonna need to replace the strut mount. There you go, guys. what I'll do next is I'll grab my number 12 from here and the 14. I'm gonna take my electric gun and I'm gonna tighten the number 12s. Just like that. Oh, come on. Alright guys, there you go. We have that in. Now we're gonna take the car back up and we're gonna put the number 17 all from the bottom of the strut, and then we'll put the rest of the stuff back together. Alright guys, what we're gonna do next is we're gonna put that big bolt down here right through this and this. So to do this, you're probably gonna need help a little bit, and you're gonna take that bolt and you're gonna lift up the lower control. Alright, they're gone. We're gonna lift this up slowly, and you're gonna have to wiggle this at the same time. Alright guys, this is not so easy. I'm sure you can get it. If I can do it, you can do it. And after that, all you do is you tap this and it should go through. Then you take your nut and you put that on the opposite side, and I'm gonna bring the camera over now so we can see the opposite side. I'll put a wrench here just like this. I'll put a wrench here to hold. That's number 17, and let's bring the camera over, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna put an impact gun. I can't see if the camera can see. We're gonna put an impact gun on that. That's number 17 also. So here it comes, and I'm gonna hold the wrench. Oh, this is number 19. Let me swap this. Alright, let me grab my number 17. I have the wrong size. Alright, here it comes. That's it guys. So we're tight and done there. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back out. Let me bring my light out now. And I'll raise my camera up. We're pretty much almost complete. Alright, so what we're gonna do next is we're gonna take this off the bolt. This is number 17. I'm gonna take that cup off. This has grease inside, so you don't need to grease this. Alright, the next step is you need to bring that control arm down. Alright, usually what I like to do is I'll take a pry bar from the top and I'll yank this down, and then oops, I'll take the number 17 and gently, you know, you don't want to kill yourself, you put that on. Alright guys, once you have it on, you can just let it go. Now this is the point where you don't want to kill that bolt, but you do want to tighten it. And you want to line the little hole inside. So we can put a cotter pin in. Alright, just like that. And after this guys, just put the number 12 on the cable here. And that's the brake cable here, and then I'm gonna put number 10 here. And also we got number 10 on this side. Alright, I'm gonna go get my I'm sorry, I don't know if the camera could see that. So what I did was I put 10 here, and the number 12 here. Sorry, I was looking outside because there was somebody was pulling in with the car. So there we go. We have that in. What we'll do is we'll tighten number 12 here. Alright, got that in. Alright, next, I'm going to tighten the two number 10s. And the number 10 here, right? Alright guys, so we're done. That's how you change the control arm on a 2009 Honda Accord. 2004, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I believe they're all same procedure. Just follow the steps. And I am going to put a cotter pin here, so do not forget to put a cotter pin there, alright? Thank you. Subscribe. Bye-bye. If you like my videos, please subscribe. If you need other help, let me know. Thank you. Subscribe. Bye-bye.